Hello, my friends, and welcome back to English Practice Beginners. Thank you for being here today and for choosing to practice English with me. I know that learning English grammar can sometimes feel confusing and heavy, especially when two tenses look very similar. Many learners tell me the same thing again and again. They say, "I understand English when I listen, but when I speak, I am never sure which tense to use." If you feel confused about past tense and present perfect tense, this episode is for you. You are not slow. You are not weak. You are simply learning something that needs calm explanation and real examples. Today's episode is slow, gentle, and practical. There is no pressure to be perfect. There is no test. We are not here to memorize rules like a machine. We are here to understand how English is actually used in real life. We will focus on meaning, not fear. We will focus on clarity, not speed. This session is made for A1 and B1 learners who want to speak more naturally and feel more confident when choosing between past tense and present perfect tense. Before we begin, let us slow down together. Sit comfortably. Relax your shoulders. Let your breathing become normal. You do not need to repeat every sentence perfectly. Just listen first. When you feel ready, speak softly with me. Remember, English is not something you fight with. English is something you grow into. Now, let us begin. Many English learners ask one very common question. They say, "Why does English have past tense and present perfect tense? Why can I not use only one?" This is a good question. The answer is simple, but it is not always explained clearly. Past tense talks about finished time. Present perfect talks about life experience, connection to now, or results that are still important. The problem is not grammar. The problem is that learners try to translate directly from their own language. English does not work well with translation. English works better with feeling and situation. Let us start with a simple idea. Imagine your day yesterday. Yesterday is finished. Yesterday is closed. Yesterday is over. When we talk about something that happened at a finished time, we usually use past tense. For example, I woke up at 6 yesterday. This sentence feels complete. The time is finished. Nothing is connected to now. It is simply information about the past. Now imagine your life, not one day, but your life experience. When you talk about things you have done in your life, without saying exactly when, English often uses present perfect. For example, I have visited London. We do not say when, we only say that this experience is part of your life until now. This is the heart of present perfect. Let us go slowly and deeply into this. This morning I woke up early. I made a cup of tea. I sat near the window and watched the street. I listened to the sounds of the city. A bus passed by. A dog barked. People walked quickly to work. When I describe this morning, I naturally use past tense because this morning is finished now. I can say, I woke up early. I can say, I drank tea. These actions are done. They are closed. But if someone asks me about my habits or my life experience, the tense changes. If someone asks, "Have you ever woken up early to practice English?" I would answer, "Yes, I have woken up early many times to practice English." Here, the focus is not one morning. The focus is my experience until now. This is why present perfect exists. Many learners think present perfect is difficult because they see it as a rule, but it is not a rule. It is a way of thinking. Let us imagine a real conversation. You meet a friend after a long time. Your friend asks, "Did you watch the new film last night?" This question has a finished time, last night. So we use past tense. You answer, yes, I watched it, or no, I did not watch it. This feels natural. But now imagine your friend asks, have you watched the new film? This question is different. It is not about last night. It is about your experience until now. You can answer, yes, I have watched it, or no, I have not watched it yet. The word yet is very common with present perfect. It shows connection to now. This difference is small but very powerful. Many learners feel nervous because they think one mistake will make them sound bad. This fear is unnecessary. Native speakers also mix tenses sometimes. What matters is meaning. If your meaning is clear, communication is successful. Let us go step by step. Past tense often answers the question, when? Present perfect often answers the question, have you ever? / until now? Is it important now? Think about food. If I say, I ate breakfast at 7, this is past tense. The time is finished. If I say, I have eaten breakfast, the focus is now. It means I am not hungry anymore. The result is important. This is a very real difference in daily life. Imagine you are at work. Someone asks you, do you want to eat now? You can say, no, I have eaten. This sounds natural. If you say, no, I ate, it sounds incomplete because the listener is thinking, when? The present perfect answers the situation better. Let us talk about mistakes. Many learners say, I have seen him yesterday. This is very common. But in English, yesterday is a finished time, so we do not use present perfect here. We say, I saw him yesterday. When we use words like yesterday, last night, last week, 2 days ago, in 2019, we usually use past tense. Present perfect likes unfinished time expressions such as today, this week, this year, recently, lately, ever, never, already, yet. For example, I have spoken to her today. Today is not finished yet, so present perfect is natural. But in the evening, when today feels finished, many speakers switch to past tense and say, I spoke to her today. Both are possible depending on feeling and context. This is why English is flexible, not mechanical. Now let us practice with a small story. Last weekend I stayed at home. I cleaned my room. I cooked food. I watched a documentary. I went to bed early. All of these actions are finished, so I use past tense. But if I talk about my weekend experience in general, I can say, I have had a quiet weekend. This sentence feels connected to now. It describes how my weekend feels as a whole. This is how real English works. Many learners ask, which tense is correct? A better question is, what do I want to say? Do you want to talk about a finished moment, or do you want to talk about experience or result? Let us slow down and practice together. Listen and repeat softly. I went to the shop this morning. I have been to this shop many times. I finished my work at 6. I have finished my work, so I can relax now. I learned English at school. I have learned a lot of English through daily practice. Notice the difference. The meaning changes slightly, but naturally. Now let us imagine daily life situations. You meet a colleague. They ask, why are you tired? You answer, I did not sleep well last night. Past tense is perfect because last night is finished. But if your colleague asks, why are you tired today? You might say, I have not slept well recently. This sentence connects your past sleep to your feeling now. Both are correct. The situation decides the tense. This is why we practice with stories and real conversations, not only rules. Let us imagine another real conversation. You are in a meeting. Someone asks, is the report ready? You can say, yes, I have finished it. This means the work is complete now. If you say, yes, I finished it, it sounds like the work is finished, but the focus is more on the past action, not the result. In many situations, both are okay, but present perfect feels more polite and relevant in professional English. Now, let us talk about life experience. We often use present perfect to talk about things that happened at some time in our life, without saying exactly when. For example, I have travelled to many cities. I have learned to cook. I have met people from different countries. These sentences talk about your life until now. They do not belong to one finished time. If you add a finished time, the tense changes. I travelled to Paris in 2018. I learned to cook during lockdown. Now the time is clear and finished, so we use past tense. This difference becomes easy when you stop translating and start thinking in English situations. Let us slow down again. Take a breath. Relax your jaw. You are doing well. Many learners worry too much about present perfect because it does not exist in the same way in their language. That is okay. English learners all over the world face this challenge. The solution is not more grammar rules. The solution is more listening and calm practice. This is why podcasts like this help. You hear English used naturally again and again, until your brain starts to feel the difference without thinking. Let us do a short shadowing practice. Repeat after me slowly. I have lived here for 5 years. I lived here when I was a child. I have already eaten. I ate at 2 o'clock. I have never tried sushi. I tried sushi last summer. Good. Do not worry if it feels slow. Slow practice builds strong habits. Now let us talk about one more important idea. Present perfect is often used with for and since. For talks about duration. Since talks about a starting point. For example, I have worked here for 3 years. I have worked here since 2021. This means the action started in the past and continues now. Past tense cannot do this easily. If I say, I worked here for 3 years, it usually means I do not work here anymore. The action is finished. This small difference can change the meaning a lot. Let us imagine a conversation. Someone asks, do you know her well? You answer, yes, I have known her for a long time. This means you still know her. If you say, yes, I knew her for a long time, it sounds like the relationship is finished or something changed. This is why present perfect is important. It connects past and present. Now let us imagine a calm daily routine story. I woke up early today. I brushed my teeth. I made tea. I checked my messages. All past tense because today is moving forward and these actions are finished. But when I talk about my routine, I say, I have started waking up early recently. This shows a change that is important now. English often uses present perfect to talk about change. For example, I have become more confident. My English has improved. I have stopped translating in my head. These sentences talk about development, not one moment. This is very motivating for learners. Now, let us talk directly to you. If you are listening to this episode, you are already improving. If you practice a little every day, your English will grow naturally. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be patient. Before we finish, let us review the feeling again. Use past tense when the time is finished and clear. Use present perfect when the experience, result, or connection to now is importanis. Do not panic. Do not rush. Do not translate word by word. English fluency is not about speed. It is about comfort. Now, take one more breath. You are learning something valuable. Thank you for spending this time with English Practice Beginners. Come back tomorrow for another calm and useful session. Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep trusting yourself. Your English is growing, step by step, day by day.